as mainstream.
Okay, all right. Mac Miller.
God.
Mac Miller, whatever. So the consensus-wise, like, out of like the crop of recent albums, which one do you think was the strongest effort?
I like the
selection.
You said what?
I said that's a crappy selection.
I mean, I don't disagree. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't the strongest crop of records.
What?
Okay, you feel away. Go on.
I think I enjoy Jay-Z's record the most.
Yeah.
I've heard the criticisms and the critiques of his record, and quite frankly, I think they're stupid. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, someone criticized him. I think some music critic wrote that cheering for Jay-Z's success at this point is like cheering Pfizer's third quarter profits or something along those lines.
Right.
And I'm just like, yeah, but you see, with Pfizer, there's a bunch of multi-million-dollar drug companies, but Jay-Z, there's only one $500 million rapper. That's a significant difference. That's a significant difference in perception when you look at it that way.
Right.
But in terms of the music is there together, obviously because of the producers. I don't know. The lyrics are there to me. Like people say that he's not really saying nothing. I'm like, he's talking about what he's always talked about, Jay-Z. Like he's never wavered in making albums about Jay-Z. What has changed? He's not shooting people anymore in his rap.
Mm-hmm.
All right, how is he gonna shoot people? He has a Budweiser deal. Like he can't be catching cases. He ain't T.I. Like he can't. I think that was the best album. I was sorely disappointed by J. Cole's album. People loved it. I don't get it. I really don't listen to it at all. Like I haven't. I bought it. I listened to Let Nas Down, and that's about it. Yeezus. That album is like, it is weird. It is experimental. I'm feeling a few tracks on it. It's like new wave hip hop. I feel like a decade from now, all the cats that are making hip hop are gonna talk about this changing their lives. But like for me right now, after he made Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy and Watch Throw It, I'm just kind of like, ugh. This is like a step back a little bit for me.
Mary, you gonna say something?
I mean, like, have you ever heard Nikki Chardas by Saul Williams?
Yeah.
Yes, for real, or yes as in like?
No, I've heard Saul Williams.
I don't
know. That's not what I asked. Have you heard Nikki Chardas by Saul Williams?
Oh, yeah. No, I've heard Nikki Chardas, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Can you name tracks from it?
Sunday, Bloody Sundown.
What else?
I don't remember the rest. I haven't listened to the album in a while.
Okay. You should listen to it again, or listen to it for the first time, because that's a better album of what Yeezus could have been.
Okay.
So if you don't know, I can't really talk about Yeezus without making comparisons to that, and since like I'd be the only one talking about it, because I don't, it's kind of a weird way to put it, but if you listen to that album and then you listen to Yeezus, it'll sound a bit more digestible.
Yeah.
I don't think it's Kanye's best effort, but I think if you want a good reference point, you should listen to Saul Williams' Nikki Chardas. That's pretty much the way that I try to quantify Yeezus to other people.
Right. From what I remember,
who don't know about that album.
From what I remember from the album, sonically, I remember I enjoyed it. As far as Yeezus is concerned, I didn't dislike it. I didn't necessarily have an expectation of it to be.
It's intense.
Watch the Throne. To me, it was something different. But I didn't have a negative view of it. It's not something I'm gonna go and listen to as much as Magna Carta or either Born Sinner or The Gifted. But I feel like he intended it as a piece of art, and in that context, I can sit down, I can listen to it, I can respect it. Magna Carta for me, I think out of the crop, it's the most listenable because it's the best produced. You know, like Devon said, like say what you want about the lyrics, but it's a good listening experience. For me, I felt like J. Cole's Born Sinner was his strongest album to date. I hated his last album, and I hated his mixtape before that. But Born Sinner was his best effort thus far. Not
no one agrees with you. No one.
I mean, say what you will, bro, but it was way better than the last thing he put out.
Here's what. He nor Jay-Z, who manages him, agree with you. Jay-Z told him, like, you know, Jay-Z gave an example of, he was in a studio with some multi-platinum rapper, like a few months after he dropped Reasonable Doubt, and some fan saw him, and the fan was like, oh, nice to meet you. He's like, yo, you're Jay-Z? Oh my god, that Reasonable Doubt album is crazy. And he wasn't selling nothing. That album went like platinum a decade after it dropped. And he said because that album, even though it didn't sell, gave him that credibility of, like, I wasn't selling records like the guys I'm in the room with, but that unflinching credibility made me sit in that room knowing that I belonged there, right?
Okay.
Because he dropped that album. That was the album that he judged everything he did by. Okay. J. Cole dropped that album for free. So the album that he judged by, the Cole World, is not even his best work. Like the Friday Night Lights, by fan measures, by J. Cole's own opinion, by Jay-Z's, like that was his strongest work today.
I would agree.
And Jay-Z is just like, you're getting judged by your kind of like your second best work, but it's like your official project. So that's what they put like the start date on in terms of like your career validity. And that's a crazy thing to be in a position of, because you dropped better material before that, but no one is looking at that on the same level as your official stuff.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree.
The consequence that you find yourself in.
I wouldn't disagree. Cold War was trash. Friday Night Lights was better than his last album, Born Sinner. But at the same time, I feel like he's getting past that. He learned his lesson, you know, and he's trying to surpass that. He had some hits on the last joint.
Trying, but it's just like, it's just a download. It's one long download. I'm sorry.
I hear you. Wale's The Gifted. I feel like it was his best effort since More About Nothing. That mixtape.
Mixtape About Nothing.
Well, the mixtape About Nothing and More About Nothing are both the two best things Wale has ever done. His last album was absolute garbage. The worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
That was not the worst thing you ever heard in your life.
It was trash. It was a horrible garbage trash.
That could not be the worst thing you ever heard in your life. Because I paid for Encore from Eminem. I put actual money on that album. That album was hot garbage. Okay.
Did you hear, Mary? Did you hear The Gifted?
I don't listen to anything Wale does.
You know what? I know a lot of people in that.
So I don't have a reference point for this.
No,
I'm not able to comment on it at all.
No,
I'm not going to go back and listen to it. I have no desire to listen to Wale at all. So I can't really like.
That's fine. Wale hates hatred. I don't know what it is.
Why don't you like Wale?
I'm not hating. I just don't think I'm good.
I'm
not
heard.
saying you're hating. I'm saying there are like people do actively hate Wale, including his peers. Like,
they do.
Established this year.
I've heard a lot of criticism about Wale, and I feel like a lot of it is justified. Because, you know, people I've asked about the album, they'd be like, I don't like him, so I'm not going to listen, or I don't respect him, I'm not going to listen, or I just didn't flat out like it. I feel like he's a good rapper, but he's so full of himself. It's like massive in proportion to how big he actually is. Like, he, you know...
I think the issue is he has the ego of consistency. That would be my criticism, right?
Right.
The ego of Kanye, but not the consistency.
Right. He's not Kanye. He probably won't be Kanye. And I felt like he lost his way when he went with MMG and he tried to do that, and that wasn't him. You know, he tried to get the swag on. He just came off as an asshole.
But everybody likes his career, though.
Well, I mean, I can't really call it. I did enjoy The Gifted. I did enjoy the album. I felt like it was.
Yes, it does.
I felt like it was. There's maybe the second or third best effort. I would, put it slightly below Yeezus out of that crop.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Wale albums. It's like I put number 3.
Yeah, I put it down there, but I mean,
I liked it more than Born Sinner, quite frankly.
Yeah, I did enjoy it more than Born Sinner. You know, it has more replayability or whatever. So,
are we talking about Mac Miller, or are we just pretending he dropped material?
That's all you, bro. I'm not a fan. Like Mary ain't a fan of Wale. I'm not the biggest fan of Mac Miller.
Sound off is like, it's weird that people don't take Mac Miller seriously.
Is it weird?
No, it really is.
Okay.
It's like Elliot Wilson really did recently did a little video snippet, or whatever he does for the Life and Times channel about Mac Miller being underrated.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I say it's weird if people don't take him seriously is because while fans may not put him in the same category, like all those people that are quote unquote real hip hop love working with this guy.
I guess.
Like in a very real way. Like all those underground producers, those underground rappers, those guys that never making a Billboard hit ever, but are completely respected lyricists, love working with this guy. And his album is exactly that. Like it's pretty much just like accessible backpack rap, but it's a little weird too in some parts. It's experimental. He's making beats on it in some parts. Like this is Mac Miller coming into his own. Is this his best work? I would say no. I think the mixtape he dropped after Blue Side Park, his first album, just got destroyed critically. Was his best
It was
work.
trash. It was trash.
He had a chip on his shoulder, so when he dropped the mixtape Macadelic, it was like, it wasn't the architectural rap album, but he definitely it was like almost as if he read those reviews, pasted on the studio wall to make that mixtape.
Right.
But this album is definitely him emerging as his own as an artist. Definitely, this is what Mac Miller's sound is, this is what Mac Miller lyrics are, this is what Mac Miller's about. It's a well-defined sound, persona, and everything. He's coming into that.
Mary, are you?
Like it or not, that's up to you.
Mary, are you checking for Mac Miller?
Nope.
Okay. We're gonna wrap things up. Our intro song was Joey Badass off his new mixtape. The song was definitely
I do like Joey Badass.
I do like Joey Badass. That's why we opened up with him. And I think Joey would crush Wale and Mac Miller any day of the week.
In what?
I'm talking about rapping. I'm talking about album. Like just
nah. Oh my God, Jeff, are you serious? No.
Son, I don't even know what you're talking about right now. Like Joey's first.
I was the one that introduced you to Joey.
Yeah, you
listen,
you were.
It can rap.
But what?
Don't deny that. But you can see by now, what have I always said about cats that just rapidy rap?
What?
I don't care after a while. Make a song.
See, that's your problem.
That's
your problem. All you care about is production.
Since Survive Action, I'm not about production. If you're going to make a classic album, you need to make songs, not rapidy raps. And that's all I'm hearing.
I feel like
he's done that a few times. He did it with the Capital C's on the Pro Era mixtape. He had a few joints for the Summer Nights mixtape. It's just rapping weird beats.
I mean, it's mixtapes though. When he comes out with an album, it's gonna be songs.
No, it is not.
I mean,
I would listen. I am so certain. I have no doubt it is not going to be that.
We're gonna see. I put money down. That's gonna be a dope production when he comes out his first official joint. Yeah, I'll put that down.
He's not gonna be Kendrick. Sorry. But before Kendrick dropped Mad City, he dropped Section 80.
Section 80 was dope. But that doesn't have to be the criteria we judge Joey on.
What are we judging him on then? The rapidy rap?
I mean, Joey has a different style. Joey's not Kendrick.
I'm not saying he has to be Kendrick. I'm saying, can he write a song? That's the question I'm asking you.
I feel like he's had some hits.
Can we do a podcast talking about new music next time?
No, we definitely will. Our next podcast
y'all need the education lesson. I'm sorry, but y'all are not up on what's really hot in the street.
Okay. That's what we're going to do then. Our next podcast, we're going to talk about new music. That's going to be our focus. Our outro is Ellie dollar sign out of Houston. This joint's called Racing. You can find us online on Twitter and Facebook and whatnot. You can find me at Denver Loose at Twitter. on Facebook at my name. You can find